Yo, everybody, what's up? We're coming up on, I think, next episode will be the last one. And if the Suns can get them out in four, that would mean that the video would actually be 2 days after the finals have already ended, right? Obviously, most likely, it'll be around the same time of the NBA week reviews. Um, in the off chance that on it is gonna be a game 6-7. I can record it one, so it would be two more episodes left. But anyway, I wanted to talk about how inconsistent that Bucks surrounding cast. It's some bullshit. Like I had the Hawks winning, right? Especially after Giannis went down. Then Chris Middleton decided that his bitch ass wanted to go off for once. But now he's playing like doo doo, right? Drew Holiday is Drew Holiday. I don't even know what to say about that motherfucker. Chris Paul is playing good. Devin Booker is he's questionable for me. He hasn't played exceptionally good where I would say, but Chris Paul looks like he's gonna probably get that Finals MVP. Just from as far as fans come around, everybody's picking him for MVP. I know it, but it's gonna be so weird as far as like just watching, um, just watching it all unfold. Like, what if CP3 could really sweep the Bucks? And everybody said the Bucks wouldn't make it to the finals, right? You know what I'm saying? A lot of competition. You know what I'm saying? Especially with him going against Brooklyn, which I still think some of y'all niggas are tripping. Because we all know if KD had any help, that that's an automatic 5 games. Oh, that's all they would need. But I don't know. Giannis is showing off how the Eastern Conference is just horrible now, man. Like, they're just allowing just anybody. Like, the Heat went to the finals last year, and the Heat were good. Everybody knew the Heat were good. They just didn't know they were that good. But it hits my it hits my brain. Like, bro, they are so inconsistent over there. Like, you could be a perennial playoff team every year and fail. And then, like, as far as Sixers, perennial playoff team, fail the whole time. But then the Heat can get to the finals in just 1 year of, like, actually trying. That's insane. Um, what else? As far as, like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, it's weird. It's taking what Giannis has had like a few years, so I'm not gonna put that against him just because it's a hard Western Conference. I think. I mean, it's a hard Eastern Conference to win in, right? Like, they're inconsistent, but it's also like I would hate to be in the Eastern Conference because just like how did Atlanta get to the conference finals? Like, wasn't projected to go there at all. They had them losing to New York, but it makes sense. They're in so instant. Like, that's what we talk about, right? NBA versus football. They're like, if you're the better team consistently, most likely you're going to win, right? There's not a lot of upsets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, oh, the Chiefs did barely got upsetted all year. Like, maybe their game again, I think week 16, 17, where they went against the Chargers. I think they went against the Falcons before the Chargers, so it was week 17. But they lost, right? But that wasn't even a surprise to people. They looked tired, right? But all throughout their playoffs, consistently the better team won, right? You know what I'm saying? It's less likely for some dumb shit like this to happen, right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think, man. Like, I always used to think NBA was harder, right? But if we see some teams that play hard and they end up winning, like 2011 Mavericks, um, I wanna say I wanna say 2015 Warriors, man. But um, yeah, I'm gonna say 20 because I mean, the injuries weren't their fault. I'm gonna say 2019 Raptors, 2018 LeBron Cavaliers. But it was like a lot of people don't pay attention to just how good, like, as far as how good it you have to be to make it in the NFL. Like, you see, if you're projected at like a random place, you're not gonna just bump up, right? And that's what I'm starting to understand with, especially this year. Out of all of them, a lot of random shit happened. Like, random shit that was like not coincidental. Like, who is really saying Phoenix is about to force beat LeBron in 6? Who said Luka was gonna take the Clippers to 7 and possibly win that series? Nobody was saying that. If they said that, they're lying. I need proof. I need proof right now. But I'm not saying it just because it fits what's going on here, but those are more of like, you can understand why that happened. Like, I don't understand so much about this year. You know what I'm saying? New York was supposed to be like really good, and then yeah, it gets like flew by. Giannis, I don't know how they won, how they how they how his supporting cast was that good, and now they're playing like doo doo. If they play like they did against Atlanta with a Giannis, this would be 0-2 in the other direction. Like, it's that's what I talk about inconsistent. You will not catch somebody like throwing 5 interceptions in in football, because they just don't do that, right? They they're more realistic. Yeah, you can expect like some drop offs, right? But not like a crazy drop off, if you know what I mean. Like, not a drop off to the point where like the whole team's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're literally playing like hot booty cheeks right now, right? They're playing like shit, right? And you know what I'm saying? Injuries play a part, but in football, I don't really notice the injuries unless it's like a quarterback or something. But even then, right? Like, wide receiver, nobody really talks about injuries as far as like Super Bowls, because they don't matter. And that also talks about it, like, it's harder to win because you like, it's harder to win in the NBA, right? Because how inconsistent it is. But at the same time, if you talk about what, if you were in that league, right? You Okay, let's use this, right? If you were in that league, it's going to be so hard to win a championship. But in the outside view, right, as far as being that, right, so let's just say if you're a bad team, that inconsistent shit will help you. That will help you, right? When it's in the NFL, you're still gonna be shit no matter what. Nothing's gonna change that. And I think if you have the pick to decide each one, I say you go with NBA, right? But which one's harder? I'm going to have to say NFL, right? Because NFL versus basketball, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your team could go from, like, the Suns, one guy who got you guys to the finals, and you guys have never even been relevant in my, like, not even 40 games relevant. That's the type of shit I see, right? Not even 40 games before, and now they're going to the championship, right? But in NFL, you're not gonna just grab a quarterback and you're like, okay, maybe you might say the Bucks, but even then, it's a shaky case, right? But we see more cases of free agency. Bam, your team's a winner now, right? And that will really hurt you, right? Unless you're the one doing the leaving and making contender, right? And that's why I talk about, like, yes, it's going to be easier to win if you're on top in the NFL, but you don't want to go to the NFL. Think about that. Because you come in, right? Unless you're, you know what I'm saying, outside the lottery, which is also a good and bad thing, right? But let's just, you start off on a bad team, most likely you're not getting them to a championship. You're just not. Like, think about all the number one overall picks. They talk about them, oh, trash, da 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 da. No, you can't fucking carry trash. You can't carry trash in the NFL, right? Devin Booker, right? I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying? You see, like, Kobe, like, old Kobe was still getting wins, right? Obviously not like super good, but I'm talking about like 2011, 2010 Kobe, right? Where outside his prime, but he could still get buckets. They were making it to the playoffs, right? Think about that. I'm going to say 11, 12, right? They were still making the playoffs, still doing work. Obviously, you could say he added on two guys. So let's just say just 2011, right? Right before Dwight Howard and I think Steve Nash, right? But in that case, like, you could, it's so inconsistent that he can make the playoffs, but if in the same situation in the NFL, they would still be shit, right? Kyler Murray is a beast, a literal beast, and they're still shit, right? Think about that. You got him help, and they're still shit, right? Think about that. Baker Mayfield, in his case, they're technically still shit. I'm just saying, right? They made the playoffs, but making the playoffs isn't just good enough, right? As far as the conversation we're talking, where, you know, Devin Booker already good, had, let's just say, Baker Mayfield and Baker Mayfield and Devin Booker. Let's just use him in the same setting, or we could use Kyler, right? Number one pick, da 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 da, all this talent, all this, all that. But life, but you have to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you're not consistent, right? Like, I'm saying it's easier to do that, right? Devin Booker went from not even being close to going up there. Like you can name probably 5 instances where this happened instead. And I mean 5 instances in the NFL and like 100 in like basketball. Brooklyn Nets this year. Suns this year. That's 2. And think about history. You know what I'm saying? Scottie Pippen with Jordan. Um, um, we can even say. No, I don't want to say that one. But like Pau Gasol and yeah, Pau and Kobe in 2000, I think 8, and I think it was it was a 2008 move. Then they went to the finals all 3 of those years, got 2 championships. But that's more like I bet there's plenty more examples, right? But that's how it works. That's how it works. It's more inconsistent. No team is coming up from nothing to compete with the number one team without having some crazy help. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, maybe use Patrick Mahomes, but as an example. But even then, the Chiefs were really good. So I don't think that counts. But you know, fits the same subject too. You know, Brady was in the easier conference on some LeBron shit. You know what I'm saying? Was in the easier conference. Went over to the harder one. Ooh, he wouldn't pass it. Beats the fuck out of everybody. I don't know. And it hit back to back too. LeBron James, 2020. Then Tom, 2020. I think it was 2021. So, all right. Well, I'm done ranting, man. But I love this finals. I love watching it. Chris Paul definitely deserves it. Giannis, you better get the motherfuckers up because you need to fucking beat their ass, bruh. Y'all cannot go to Milwaukee and lose one game. You have to make it 2-2. I'm swearing on my life, y'all have to make it 2-2. Now, if it helps my recording schedule, hey, go and get swept. I don't really care, but I really want you guys to at least do, you know what I'm saying, 5 games, 6 games. That's something I would like to see. See you guys later. Peace. Ah.